Noelle, she can fix that. Don't worry, she can fix that. Yeah. Gotta get it together, need to put it together where she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Need to clear up the clutter on us, all out of order.
Okay, welcome. I am so excited to be here. This is Noelle Randall, real estate entrepreneur, mentor, speaker, author, entrepreneur, millionaire, mama of 5, and so much more. And I am so excited to be here for this live stream. We have so many great updates. I'm going to be live streaming every single Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And we have some amazing topics going on today because there's so much going on in the world when it comes to personal credit. We have some shocking personal credit updates, and I have an expert that I'm going to be bringing on to have a conversation so we can talk some real stuff about this. We have some amazing things going on where we have all of these people from California moving to Florida. We're going to be discussing that and what the opportunity is and what that even means in migration patterns and how we can make money off of that. We had some bank collapses that happened this month and just a lot of things going on that we can make money off of. So, this is your bestie here, Noelle Randall, and I'm just going to be teaching you and telling you guys all about what's going on, but more importantly, how you can benefit from it. There's no point in knowing what's going on in the world unless you know what's in it for you. So I am so excited to be able to talk about this stuff, to be able to give you the real me and to have some real conversations. And then the exciting thing, this just makes my whole heart happy. We have a new segment called Ask Noelle. Okay, so you can go to asknoelle.net. I literally have selected, we had almost 1,000 people just going to the Ask Noelle and putting in their questions, people that want to be on the show. So we're going to have about 4 or 5 people today here. Some of them are going to be on camera. You can ask your question off camera. But if you want to ask me a question and have it discussed on this live stream, you can do so absolutely free. It does not have to be a fan question. You do not have to talk about how much you love me. You can talk about how much you hate me if you want to, and ask your question and find out what's going on so we can have a real conversation, okay? So one of the things that I have committed myself to in 2023 is that this year I'm going to be sharing with you guys the real me, okay? You know what I mean? I came onto YouTube to share with you how to get rich in real estate, how to get rich with side hustles, how to fix your business credit, how to get your personal credit in order, how to get millions of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands, but millions of dollars in funding for your business, whether it be loans, grants, credit cards, just all of it. And I've shared everything that I have, and I have all of these playlists available for you to watch on YouTube. So you guys have all of that information. But for 2023, this is about getting real. You guys are going to get to know the real me, and I'm going to pull back the curtain on things of what it's really like to be a multi-millionaire. And this millionaire is going to explain some real stuff to you, okay? We're going to be explaining some real stuff to you, and I'm going to be getting real. Some of y'all are going to love it. Some of y'all are going to be shocked at my real opinion on some of these things, because as a millionaire, I think much differently than most people, okay? I really do. And in many cases, you're going to start to be able to see why millionaires think the way that they do. And, you may agree with some of it, but if you're really going to come into this world where you're a multi-millionaire, this is going to be for you. And you're going to have to start at least learning and understanding why we think the way that we do and how we see how things benefit us. Okay. If you want to start changing your financial status, you got to start learning how millionaires and billionaires think. So that's your bestie here teaching you all of that. All right. So let's get to this. Okay. So in the green room, I have my very good friend who helped me fix my business, my personal credit many years ago before you guys saw me on YouTube, and has helped me since and helped so many of my students. Okay. So this is the Noelle Randall coaching segment where I'm going to really be teaching you, and we're going to be diving in with this expert, Justin MIRCHE, with Creative Credit Solutions. All right, so welcome, Justin MIRCHE, Creative Credit Solutions.
Hi, Noelle. Thank you so much for having me.
Are you here? Okay, so he's here. Justin, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. So here's the fun thing. I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
I don't know what's going on. Can I hear you? Because obviously we have the team here and they have headphones on, so I can't hear what you're saying. They may have to, I'm not sure. Hold on a second. I can see you. That's good. Glad I can see you, but still can't hear you. So give us a second. Again, this is really live. That's the fun thing about actually being live. Unfortunately, there's technical difficulties sometimes. So
okay, can you hear me now?
Give us a second. Okay. I can hear now. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. Justin, how are you?
I'm very good. I'm very good. Thank you, Noelle. How's your day going?
It's going awesome here in sunny Orlando, Florida. You know, every day is like summertime here. So I can't wait to actually see you here in Florida. So all right. How's it in Texas?
Really good. I mean, crazy storms and crazy weather. As you know, our company is based out of Dallas. We do, we help people across the country, but we're based here in Dallas. And in terms of kind of what Noelle was speaking to, there's a lot of kind of crazy things happening in the economy. A lot of things are going maybe south. I mean, it's kind of nuts, but that's going to be a great opportunity for people that are looking for opportunities to really come up. When people are in a lot of fear and they're scrambling and they're scared, that's when entrepreneurs can really scoop up those good deals at bottom price levels.
Exactly. So one of the things that we know is that you have to just have your stuff together when opportunity comes. You don't know, and then you can't wait till you have these great opportunities to get real estate for pennies on the dollar and then fix your credit. You need to make sure your credit and your money is in order. So when these opportunities come, you get to take advantage and make a lot of money. So that's why I am so excited to have this conversation with you, Justin.
No, you're absolutely right. And that's the thing that I tell all of my clients, and I tell especially my entrepreneurs, my business owners. A lot of times people kind of operate in this space where they wait to the last minute and then they try to get the funding that they need, or they try to rescue their personal situation, or they try to, take on a new investment opportunity. But the reality is that as entrepreneurs, what we need to do is we need to set all that stuff up way in advance. We need to have our personal credit intact, our business credit intact. We need to have everything intact. So when the opportunity comes, like's happening now, banks are failing, problems are happening, and it's going to get a lot worse. We have the opportunity to flip the switch and get the funding that we need. And then we can partner with amazing partners like you, Noelle. Well, you'll help with the down payment. I can carry the note, or we can flip that. You carry the note and I put the down payment. And there's all kinds of opportunities, for Noelle and her team to actually help you grow your business. It's amazing.
It is. And this is the time, because, and it's funny, we'll be talking about that later in the show, all of the opportunities for investing in Texas, but even in Florida, there's some crazy stuff going in the news. We'll get to that in a second. But again, people are going to need to have their personal credit and their business credit kind of in order, because that will help them so much take advantage and make a lot of money off of their credit. So let's talk about some of these updates. Let's give these people, what are some things that are going on right now, Justin, in the news? I saw this. Okay, so let me tell you this, Justin. I want to ask you, because you are an expert. You see all these commercials about maybe Experian Boost, where you can just put your rent, for example, on your credit report now. And, you got John Cena on the commercials telling you, you can, you put your rent up there and then you boost your credit scores. Talk about ways to boost your credit scores, and even tell me what you think about the Experian Boost.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different things that kind of go into that, right? So remember, the credit bureaus actually take our information and they sell it. So you can do things like self-reported, utilities and rent and things like that. Experian Boost will actually do it for you. But the reality is that if you have a brand new credit profile, those types of activities actually do help you a little bit. But if you've got a seasoned credit profile, particularly if you have a seasoned credit profile that you now have had issues, those types of activities really don't help very much. Where we want to really grow our credit and really boost our scores up is by trade lines. That's where it's at. So if you've blown out your credit and you're on the other side of that issue and you're really looking to augment the size of your credit profile, you're really looking to grow your scores, getting credit is really going to be the way to do that. So have a firm foundation of credit scores. Make sure that your credit mix is intact. Yeah. And what I mean by that is, you need to have at least one installment loan, and most people do. They have
okay, wait, stop, because now you're giving some good information. This is when people need to pull out their pen and their paper. So you said something there, and I think you are just such an expert. You don't even realize how incredible what you just said is. So, novice people, because I've had people, they type in the chat and they ask me questions about this Experian Boost. What if I just add my rent? Can't that get me an 800 credit score?
Right.
What if I just add my car insurance? Can't that? And you're saying something that's going to help a little bit. But those new better trade lines are going to do even more for you. So let's talk about that so people can get their pen and paper out. Like, let's talk about the 3 things that they do really to get that credit score up. Go ahead.
Right. So remember, so everybody has their own credit profile. It depends on where you're at, right? So over at Creative Credit Solutions, we offer a complimentary credit analysis, and we build out a specific plan based on your needs. So right now we're going to talk about the borrower who's had their credit issues, and they're on the other side of those issues. There's many different types of clients, and that's one of them, and that's the one that we see the most common, right? They're on the other side, they had their life issue, and now they're trying to rebuild their credit life, and they don't even know where to start. And they're looking at things like Experian Boost. They're all over YouTube and TikTok, and they're getting
right. They have literally played ads during my videos. They're playing all these ads, so it makes people think like Noelle likes this, and I'm like, no, I don't.
No, same for me. It's the same thing because
right.
I have a YouTube channel that I started last year, and I have the YouTube Red, so I don't get commercials. And I was doing a big kind of public thing, and I asked people to subscribe to my channel, and people were showing me that there were all kinds of credit repair ads on my channel.
Yeah.
I was like, so the thing is that with us, we really try to keep it to the facts and what's going to actually help people, and sometimes that's not exactly glamorous, right? So back to the client who's blown out their credit and is on the other side, usually there's going to be a lot of things that need to happen. Initially, what the credit scoring algorithm is looking for is they're looking for 1 installment loan, 2 credit cards, right? Now you're saying to yourself, well, how do I do that after I've blown out my credit? I've got 500 scores. Well, there are trade lines, and you can reach out to me that are guaranteed, that are credit builder type trade lines that are going to help you grow your credit. Now, as far as Experian is concerned, Experian Boost, realize that when we're in, because we're really focused on real estate, okay? So there's only one scoring algorithm in real estate. It's called FICO 2, 4, and 5. Okay. It's a 20-year-old algorithm, been around forever,
right?
Without count into Experian Boost. Experian Boost doesn't matter because that scoring algorithm for real estate ignores self-reported anything. So, if you're looking to grow your mortgage scores, and if you ever call me and you want to talk about this, I can talk about this all day long with you. You can go to my YouTube channel. I talk about it a lot, but there's actually credit scores on the market. So it really depends on the person's specific credit profile and what they've got going on. I know you see everywhere, if I just do this, this is going to work for me. Well, guess what? That is not the way credit works.
That is not the way. Say that. Wait a minute. Say that. Like, this is where I'm like jumping up like that, like at the church, like, wait, preach, right? That's not how that works. Please tell people so that they know the real, because there are real ways to fix your credit. There are real things that you can do that don't cost any money or don't cost a lot of money. Right. And that was the thing that I avoided. It's like we avoid fixing our credit because we just think that it's this massive thing and it's so difficult. And there's so many people like experts like you that can really help. And I love that you said you do free consultations. I know you use the word complimentary, but we're going to say free because people know free. Like, you literally can get this consultation for free. Now, there are a couple of things that you may have to pay for, like your credit report, or if you want to actually work with you, you have some discounted services, but you are an amazing resource. And to be honest, I want everybody watching this to know this is not a sales pitch to Justin, but this is what you need to do. If you really want to be a millionaire, you really want to get into be a successful entrepreneur, you cannot rely on your savings, okay? Or saying that other people are going to give me money. You can do this yourself, and you can fix your personal credit, have great personal credit, then get business credit and never even really worry about your personal credit ever again. That's what I did. So I really thank you so much, Justin, for like coming up here, teaching people about this. Like, I love it. I love it. I have your thing on the screen right now so people can get this free complimentary consultation that you will do for them. I've also put the link in the description box on YouTube so they have that and it's there, because this is what I did to raise my credit score and to get my credit score into the 700s. You got me on the right track. Then I was able to get into the 800s. You know what I mean? It's like you are my trainer. You know, like how they get you working out, they get you going, you get into the good credit, and then I can take myself to excellent credit. You get what I mean? So that was the amazing thing. You know so much. And I think there's another point that you said that we got to talk about is everyone's situation is different. There is no one answer to fixing your credit. So even though you and I both have YouTube channels and we're giving as much information as we can, when it's time to get in action and fix your credit, you got to fix your credit. And it's going to be your own personal situation. So that's like you, and if you're fixing it by yourself, or you and Just and Creative Credit Solutions are fixing it, well, you have to do the work. There's not going to be this carte blanche answer for your situation, because you may think that it's really hard because somebody else told you it was really hard, but for you it could be really easy. Like seriously, even if you have terrible credit, I've seen some people that have super low credit scores, and what's funny is they can easily get a whole bunch of points faster than a 680 or low, high 400s into the 600s faster than someone that is already in the 600s trying to go to the 7. Am I true or not?
That's right. You're right.
That's right. So personal, I love it. So anything I some free consultation, an ebook or something for them. What do you got from my audience?
No, absolutely. Yeah. So we offer the complimentary credit analysis. And like Noelle had talked about, you do have to buy the credit report, right? So the credit report is a soft pull because you're buying it yourself. We'll do the complimentary credit analysis. If you go to my YouTube channel and you subscribe and you tell us that Noelle sent you, we'll actually give you half off the initial fee if you decide to contract us. Now, many people just utilize our company just to kind of figure out where they're at and kind of give them some direction. So you don't have to have blown out credit. You can be somewhere in the middle, and you can say, well, I want to get to the next level. How do I do that? And I can provide some good solutions for that. Some people are at the very top and they've got one little thing that's really bothering them and they want to know how to overcome that. So it really just depends. But tell me Noelle sent you, tell my team Noelle sent you, and you're going to get half off the initial setup fee.
Awesome. Thank you, Justin. I cannot wait to see you in person. This has been absolutely amazing. I appreciate all of that great information that you gave us. I especially liked us talking about that Experian boost, because that is so important, and all of the ads that people may see for credit repair, just knowing that most likely it is really good to work with someone that is recommended. The reason why I brought you here is because I personally used you and I recommend you, and I feel like that is not just some commercial. You know what I mean? You and I lived in Dallas. You were helping my clients then. You started helping me, and we've been rocking and doing this thing for the past 5 years. So this is who you want to be with, instead of those different ads that you maybe see playing on our channel.
Absolutely. And also, in terms of the political climate right now, the current administration is really bringing down the thunder for the credit bureaus. I don't know if you realize this, but the credit bureaus actually take our information and make billions of dollars off of us without our permission. And they're really bad at being credit bureaus. They're really bad at keeping our information secure. They're really bad at not having errors and inaccuracies. And the current administration is really on them badly.
Yes, I do. I love it. That's the one thing I can say. Where I was talking about Biden last week and their administration with raising taxes. But that is one thing I do actually love about this administration, the Biden administration, is sticking to those credit bureaus and making them do their job. If it's not accurate, it has to come off, which really does help, us that are trying to fix our credit. So kudos.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's a great environment to fix your credit. It's a great time to start getting everything together, because this year, as far as I can tell, is going to be choppy and there's going to be a lot of opportunities, but we've got to be ready. We've got to be set up and ready to flip that switch for funding, flip that switch for partnerships with Noelle and her team. We've got to be ready to go. We've got to be prepared.
Yes, and more yes. I love it. All right. Thank you, Justin, so much. Like I said, I'm going to let you go. Everybody, Justin has a free 50% off. Additionally, you can go and watch Justin MIRCHE. It's just his name on YouTube. He has his own YouTube channel, tons of awesome content. And I'm going to be bringing Justin back on the show. And we're going to be talking anytime, anything about the credit. If I see a news article, I'm going to be bringing it on, and we're going to talk about the real thing. And more importantly, how it affects us.
That's right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Justin.
Bye, friend.
Awesome. Okay, so that was amazing. Like I said, Justin said clear great points there. And here's the thing, I want to make sure that make sure you like this video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Like I said, we're on here absolutely live. This is a live stream on Friday. the day of the week it is. But we have Noelle's challenge, the Grow Your Wealth Challenge, coming up April 1st and April 2nd. So I want to make sure that you get it and that you come to the challenge because it's a virtual. You don't even have to leave your home, guys. You do not even have to leave your home to come to the Grow Your Wealth Challenge. Go to noelleschallenge.com. Tickets are super inexpensive. And right now, if you get tickets to the event, absolutely free, you get a book bundle. Okay. You get my book bundle absolutely free. Okay. You get all 4 of my books for free when you get your tickets to Noelle's challenge, okay? But subscribe to the channel because that is how you are going to win lots of prizes. We're going to be giving away a car and like some major prizes, probably like $1 million in cash. So you want to be subscribed to this channel because we are going to the next level. I'm going to have so much going on. So, all right, let's get to this next segment, all right? Let's get to this next segment. This is so important. So this is the fun part. Let's go to this next segment.
Noelle, she can fix that. Don't worry, she can fix that. Yeah. Gotta get it together.
Okay, so here we go. Y'all see that right there. This is no filter. All right. So like I said, in 2023 and 2024, for this next 1 year, I am going to be talking to you. I really, really want to talk to my audience and let you guys see. I've met some of you at the airport and in the mall and bumped into so many of my subscribers and my people. And you guys will ask me questions when you see me that I'm like, wow, everybody should see these questions. So if you have a question, you can ask me absolutely free and you may get a chance to be on my show. You go to asknoelle.net. Okay. And again, absolutely free. Any question that you have, it could be, I've had people asking about my kids. And you know, you can ask whatever it is that you want because it doesn't have to be about business or real estate. But of course, any of your business or real estate questions, I am happy to answer. And again, you may be selected to be on the show. So, all right, so let's go. We have 4 people for the Ask Noelle. Like I said, we just launched this a week ago. We have probably 1,000 responses. We're combing through them, my team, my assistant, and we have Ricardo Martinez. Okay, so we have our first person up here, and he has a question. Hi, Ricardo. How are you?
Hi, oh, glad to see you. First time over here. Finally speaking to you.
Awesome. So we have Ricardo. You are here where I am. I'm in Kissimmee, to be exact, Kissimmee, Florida, which is right near Disney World, but you are in Orlando.
Yeah,
So excited to be able to see you here in Orlando and see you face to face. I'm absolutely loving the fact that I can see, you know, people and talk to them. So let's go. So tell me, I know your name. You're Ricardo and you're from Orlando. You're in Orlando right now?
Yes, I'm from
Awesome.
Orlando.
Okay, Ricardo. So let's talk. What's your question?
Well, my question is, I have $8,000 and I would like to know how can I invest that money so I can generate passive income?
I love it. Great question. So let's talk about the $8,000 that you have. Let me ask you just a couple of questions first. So did you, let's say like what do you do for work? Give me a little bit more information. So tell me what you do for work.
Well, I'm a flight coordinator for a major airlines, and
Okay.
and I generate my money through that.
Okay. So you have a full-time job, you're working full-time, you have an income. It's not like you're needing an income. Do you own a home now?
I do own a home.
You have your first home that you already own. So the $8,000, you've kind of saved that money and you just have this cash put aside. Is it money that you've saved?
Yes, this is money that I have saved.
Okay, I love it. And have you started building your business credit? Do you have good personal credit already? Or is
Yes,
it
I have.
kind of, you know, you don't have to, we got to get into this a little bit. Would you rate your credit fair, good, or bad?
I'm actually in the good on good credit, and I working on building finally my a business because I have a dream to have my own business as well.
Let's talk about that. So when you say you have your dream to have your own business, what kind of business are you really wanting?
Well, believe it or not, I want to work in the production company. I like
Okay, I love it. Obviously, that's not just a dream. I have a whole like 5 or 6 people back here to help produce this, so that's not something that's not possible for you. So I love it. So let me kind of think through this because again, you have so many different people that are working, you know what I mean? And we'll have some money saved. And the thing about it is money that we've worked for and put aside to save, in most cases, we put it into what? Our retirement or into a rainy day fund. You get what I'm saying? That's most of the time what we'll do with our savings. Taking money that we save and to use as an investment, I'll be quite frankly honest with you, is really not the best thing. Okay, here's what I'm going to tell you you should do with that money. You can use that $8,000 that you have to grow a business where they would lend you even more money. And then you can start using that money to invest. So let's talk about this for a second. You got $8,000. So instead of taking $8,000 and buying a house, and say you buy a house and you just have to put down $5,000, I'm just using an example. Then you just have $3,000 left. That's problematic. That is why most businesses fail, because people are relying on their savings as their working capital. They're using their savings as their reserves. So as you're growing the business, we already know in the first year or two, you're probably not going to make a profit. So before we ever start investing, we should start getting cash, more money than we have, not just $8,000. That's not gonna, you can't quit your job with $8,000. You get what I'm saying? So what you could easily do to turn that $8,000 to $16,000 would be, you have a business already. You said, even if it's just production, you get the LLC, for example, you get a business checking account. Again, I'll give you even a NorthOne link so you can get a business checking account for free. You know what I mean? They'll waive the first month's fees, and it's perfect for startups and entrepreneurs. Now you put that $8,000 into that account. You get it? What I'm saying? Now you start looking for some deals, different things that you want to do, that you know what I mean? Either you're going to try to grow the business that you want, because I don't feel that everybody has to do real estate to get rich. Now, if you want to do that and you like real estate and you like these side hustles, but the side hustle that you like with making videos, for example, I'm not sure if you're into video making or photography or editing, it really doesn't matter which side of the production you're on, but any of those three things, you start getting a couple of clients and you put the money into the business checking account. Now, once you've had that business checking account for just like 3 months, you can start getting money, grants, literally free money that you don't even have to pay back, that you can invest and turn it into more money. You could buy a car, for example, and put it on Toro and get that making a little bit of money and only maybe spend 1,000 of it. You get what I'm saying? Because you don't want to just take the $8,000 and just invest it. That is not what I suggest, especially money that you've saved and maybe took you a month or, years, sorry, not a month, probably took you years to save, and just risk it on a business when you could use that $8,000 to show people that you have 8,000. They give you 16. Then once you have 16, they'll give you 32. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you want to use your money to get a decent amount of cash, maybe $50,000 or $60,000 before you spend like 10% of it on an investment. You get that?
Yes, I do.
Get that? Because there's tons of money out there. You know what I mean? I don't want to, make anything, but there's lots of grants for minority businesses, new businesses, veteran-owned business, women-owned businesses. There's tons of grants out there. I'm not even talking about borrowed money, but then there's even more money with business credit cards, business lines of credit, and business loans. And you get what I'm saying? That you don't have to use your own money. So I suggest you take the money that you have to show that you have money, put it in a business checking account, get more money going, and then we can talk about what to specifically do for you.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. And you're in the perfect area. So as Orlando, Florida, I mean, you have some great opportunities. I mean, there's just so many tourists here. You should really, if that's your passion to be into videography, you should go for it, or production or photography. All of those things are amazing in this area, and you can make a lot of money and then start investing in real estate and, some other things.
That's great. Thank you, Noelle, so much for.
You're welcome. It was awesome talking to you. Okay. I love it. All right. So who's next? Okay. All right. So I see in the waiting room we have, hi. I'm sorry. I didn't get, Petra, is that your name?
Yes, Petra.
Hi, Petra. This is Noelle. So tell me a little bit, it says you're from Illinois. Tell me just a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am self-employed, 49. I have that kind of,
so when you say, you say self-employed, give me a little bit, I need a little bit more. What does that mean? What do you do? Tell me about your business.
Transportation, hauling livestock.
Okay. Wow. That is very interesting. How long have you been doing that?
27 years.
27 years. Okay. I absolutely love it. So 49. And how long have you had that? So you've had that business, your own business, hauling livestock for 27 years?
I've been in the industry for 27 years and then started my own in 2012.
Okay. So about 11 years with your own business.
Yeah.
Okay. So how's it going?
Not too bad here during COVID. We kind of had a little bit of a rough spot. So right now, credit score is sitting at like a 558 last time I looked.
Okay. Okay. A little rough. All right. So let me hear your question. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Well, I was kind of wondering, with my credit situation the way it is, with it being like a 558, how would I go about approaching a lender for a loan? I do have a vehicle for collateral and somewhat of a down payment, but with the score being how it is, how would I go about approaching a lender with to secure a loan?
Okay, so secure a loan for what purpose?
Personal.
Personal. So okay, so you wanting to pay down some debts, or you just wanting
Yes.
some working capital? You're wanting to pay down some debts?
Pay down some debt.
Okay, okay, and you're at a 558 score. Your business, would you have tax returns, or were you feeling like you'd have to use like bank statements to qualify, or are your tax returns and the income all reported, or
Yes, I'm
bank statement?
yeah, I have both bank statement and tax returns.
Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. Now, obviously, the credit score is not awesome, but at the same time, that is not a deal killer. Okay, especially if you have some collateral. And I heard you mention you have a car that's paid in full that you can use as collateral.
Yes.
And about how much are you looking for to borrow? Is it, give me a number. Like, how much are you trying to borrow?
10,000.
Okay. So that's not difficult at all. Even with that credit score, I know that obviously is a lower credit score, and there could be two things that we can do. So we have really two options. If you're saying, all right, I want to get this money, I need it, I'm going to pay down debts, and that's actually going to fix my credit score, because I'm assuming you're already thinking the reason that the credit score is a little bit lower is it because of utilization, like the credit cards got too high to the limit?
Yeah, and then we have some late pay.
And you have some late pays. Okay. So there's two things that you could do. Obviously, you can try to get a loan, because I actually do have lenders that'll go down to a 540. Okay, especially if you have some collateral. And I'll even give you one, for example. It's called Axion, and it's really for entrepreneurs, and it's ACCION. I believe it's axion.org. Okay, if I want to be correct, because I want to say they're like a nonprofit, and you can go and look at it.
Oh, okay.
And there's a couple others, and again, I can give you the number to my team. But I like Axion because you can use cars, you can use household items like furniture, television, and it's been really good for entrepreneurs, especially small entrepreneurs. Like I have a lot of entrepreneurs that are own barber shops and salons and landscaping companies. You get what I'm saying? So like that small to middle range business. You know what I mean? Not a corner store, but not a 10 or $100 million business. And so when you're strapped for capital, they are an amazing outlet, axion.org. But more importantly, we can get that credit score up. We were just talking about in our last segment credit scores. So I would really encourage you to click the link that's in my description box and take that free consultation with Justin and see what he can do, because a lot of times you will be shocked. And we could even get you to a 600 credit score, how instead of being able to just qualify for $10,000, you can get 20 or 30, so that not only are you able to take the money and pay down the debts that you want to pay, but you have some extra money. You get what I'm saying? You have some reserve. So now we're thinking ahead. What if COVID happens again? You know what I mean? Like now, let's start thinking ahead and being in our business and saying, let me keep $10,000 or $20,000 stashed away. And no one said you had to save that money in order to have it. You get what I'm saying? You can get your credit score up to a really good level, borrow money at a really cheap rate, and keep it somewhere where it's working capital for you, where it's reserves for you, and you really just don't have the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows that comes with owning a business. Trust me, I've been there, sis. I know. I get it.
Oh, it can be a challenge at times.
It can, but I appreciate you so much for powering through it. You know, as an entrepreneur, you know, I started on my own business in 2014. I heard you, you know, you said 2011. People don't understand every day is not strawberries and sunshines. And that's why I'm always, you know, preaching here about the credit and more so about borrowing money and keeping it as working capital and reserves, because you just don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, and that's what kind of gets me, is because I'm in kind of a volatile industry where everything is based on diesel fuel cost and, diesel fuel cost, repair costs, and that is an always fluctuating number. It seems year to year.
I agree. I agree. And of course, you know, Petra, we're going to be talking about it. Do you have any real estate investments?
Yes, I do.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So I would love to actually hear about some of those. And if you have any questions about how those are performing, absolutely love them. Because again, being able to sell off our real estate in times is a benefit. It really is.
Yeah, and right now where I'm at, we're in a downside up here in Illinois. So it's kind of a buyer's market right now, seller's market, not so much.
Yeah, you kind of missed that. That was the thing. There was okay, Petra, I'm going to kind of on your hand. It was a seller's market for well over a year where sellers were naming their price. If you weren't selling your property, then shame on you. You missed out. And so now all my investors complaining about the market being down. I'm like, when the sun is shining, you harvest. So I don't know. You should have sold it 7-8 months ago. I don't want to hear that complaining.
Well, yeah, everybody's got 20/20 hindsight on that one.
Exactly. But I was on my YouTube screaming, sell, sell, sell. So, all right. Love it. Love it. All right. We got 2 more calls. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Petra.
All right. I love your channel.
Love you too. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So those are the 2 that we had that wanted to be on camera. I have a couple more questions here that my team has given. So we had, again, this is asknoelle.net. If you are loving this segment, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you click that little notification bell so you do not miss any of this content. I am here live, have my hair done, got the makeup on. So if I did it, you can do it. Subscribe to this channel because big things are coming. Literally, not only all of this great information, but I'm going to have so many giveaways and prizes for my subscribers. Like, I have some amazing people that are endorsing this content and literally giving away money that I get to give away to you. Okay. I don't even have to give you my money. I have people that are watching and want us to promote them that are giving us hundreds of thousands up to $1 million to give away to you guys. But you have to be subscribed to the channel because I need that. Okay. I need that. And if you ain't subscribed and you ain't rocking with me, I can't rock with you and give you $100,000. Okay. Just kidding. All right. So the next question that I had is from Sandra Brown. Okay, so let me go through this. We have all these questions here. Okay, it's a little stuck. All right, so Sandra Brown from Atlanta, my old stomping ground. Absolutely love it. My bestie from Atlanta. Her question that she submitted, she didn't want to be on camera, but this was an amazing question that I absolutely loved. And it says, I have many ideas, but I don't know how to stick to one. How do I figure out what I am good at? This is a great question, but quite frankly, Sandra, I would have needed you to come on camera. I mean, I love you to death, but I'll give you one reason why now you're not successful. You add a chance to ask a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, a question on camera, meet me, and you check, no, I don't want to be here. No, I don't want to. So again, you got an opportunity that you just passed on. So for many of you, if I have to get serious for a minute, like I said, this is no filter. So I'm going to take my filter off and be real with y'all for a second. That's probably why you're not successful. You don't take advantage of the opportunities that are given to you. And when something comes along, even if it's out of your comfort zone, if it, oh, I don't want to be on camera. Oh, Noelle is intimidating. Oh, people might see me. Well, guess what? That's why you're broke. You cannot have all of this big life, but live small and hide and shrink yourself and be afraid to put yourself out there. Could you imagine if Amazon and Walmart and all of these big companies wanted to stay a secret? They didn't want to tell people what they do and they didn't want to be out there. Well, then how many customers would be coming to their store? And so same thing kind of for you, Sandra, again, just to kind of be in your face a little bit, is you could have been on camera talking to me. We could have had a real conversation about what you're good at and I could help you. But sending in a question like, what am I have so many ideas. How do I figure out what I'm good at? And I don't get to actually talk to you, see you, have a conversation with you. I don't know how old you are. I don't know what you do for work. How am I supposed to answer this question? So even to the next people, you know, as I'm saying, asknoelle.net. If you have a question and you don't want to have a conversation, how the heck am I supposed to answer your question? Please tell me, like, all seriousness. I love you guys to death, but how the heck am I supposed to tell you what you're good at? Okay, my people are like here laughing. It's so I have to kind of get real with you for a second. So great question, but I have no idea. Okay, so next question. All right. The next question that we had, and this person did not want to be on camera either. So again, same for you, Miss Kim Monroe. You didn't want to be on camera. You had an opportunity to talk with me face to face. Yeah, that would have been you putting yourself out there and being on camera and being on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, and all of my millions of followers would have gotten to see you. You said, no, I'm too shy for that. But I have a question. So her question was, and this is funny, probably why she didn't want to be on camera, because this is a little controversial. So let me tell y'all the question, because this is controversy a little bit. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with you having a problem with me. Let's even go there. So her question, Kim Monroe from Chicago, says, can you, me, Noelle, make your training and coaching and mentorship more affordable? I'm excited and ready to learn, but I don't have any money. I'll even pay you more after I get my first deal. So you started off, make it more affordable, which is no, sis. Like it costs what it costs. I don't go into Neiman Marcus and say, hey, can you guys make your stuff more affordable? Or I remember when I wanted Chanel, for example, I never went into the Chanel store wishing they would lower their prices. What I wished is that I had more money. And for you, Kim, you need to do the same thing, but stop wishing and start creating that. So that's step one. Stop wishing for things to be cheaper. Stop wishing for things to be more affordable for you, and start going the other way. How can I afford this? You should be asking yourself, instead of me, Noelle, how can you make your stuff more affordable? Kim, you should be asking, how can I afford Noelle's stuff? That's question one, because then your mind will start to create the answer, because I don't change my prices based on who can afford it. Just the same way that Neiman Marcus, Bloomingdale's, Macy's, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Versace, none of them are lowering their prices so that other people can afford it. Their prices are their prices. The value that they're bringing, the quality of what they have. Like I have a very quality coaching program. Okay. I have 2 master's degrees. And with my coaching program, you really get me. You know, I literally was on my coaching call yesterday talking to my students. So if I'm a multimillionaire, I made nearly $8 million last year. You're not going to pay me $5 and I coach you. Okay. So wishing that is a waste of your time. That's first of all. But I love. So I not got in your face and said a little bit of controversy. You might, Kim Monroe might be unsubscribing from my channel. Totally okay. But let me say the part that I did like about what you said, Kim. You ended it. Let me read what you wrote again. Can you make your training, coaching, and mentorship more affordable? ? I'm excited and ready to learn, but I don't have any money. Well, I know why, because you think the wrong way. But you said, I'll even pay you more after my first deal. But then you checked the box and said, no, I don't want to be on camera and talk to you face to face. Well, then how are we going to do a deal? How would you ever even negotiate with me? Did you think that I was going to read this question and go, oh yeah, I've never met her. She has no money. She's shy and won't be on camera. She's not a bold person. She's probably, possibly low self-esteem. I really don't know. She decided she didn't want to be on camera and talk to me, but yeah, let's do a deal. And you pay me later. Does that make any sense? Okay. And again, I told y'all, I love y'all to death. I said this. I said some of y'all, as y'all get to know me, some of you are going to love me even more. And some of you are going to be like, oh, Noelle, you're so nice and kind and you're smiling. Why are you saying those things? Because I'm rich. And that's how I got here. I'm not some soft idiot. I love you to death, but I'm not soft. I'm a shark. I do business. I'm a loving person and people love me, but I'm not someone that you could just tell anything to. Like, I'll give you more money after I get a deal. You coach me for free. You take your 2 master's degrees, all of this education, your millions of dollars, coach me for free. And if I'm successful, which I've never been because I say I have no money, and then if I get a deal, which you already know how to get deals and you already have money, but if you get me a deal, then I'll give you some of it. Really? Really? Did you really think that's how that was going to work? Or, so let's talk about what you would do. Because now that I've thoroughly, taken Kim to the mat, let me tell you what you should have done, Kim. If you were serious about mentorship and making it more affordable, finding a way for it to be affordable, when you had the opportunity to actually talk to me, you should have. Instead of checking the box and being a punk and saying, I don't want us to be on camera and I don't want to talk to you, but I want you to coach and mentor me for free, and then I pay you later, that's not going to work. Think about what value could you have brought me, okay? Because again, I used to be broke. I was in my parents' basement, no money, bad credit, multiple foreclosures. And how I was able to partner with millionaires is that I brought something to the table. And that's the language that you have to be able to talk to a millionaire. So let this millionaire explain this to you. What do you have to bring to the table? Not, I have no money and I'll learn and I'm excited. That has no value whatsoever. None. Like, I don't know what to do with that. I can't cash that. I can't take it to the bank. That has no value. But if you told me, for example, I have 5 hours a day I could commit to this and I'm going to bring you a deal and I'm going to do that, maybe that's a different conversation. Or I have a really large following on my social media and I can connect you with all of those people. Or I don't have any money, but I have a family and we can raise this money together, or me and these people partner together. Like, thinking of ways where you could actually bring me value, where I would want to do a deal with you. Because quite frankly, I have millionaires and billionaires in my phone and I send them to voicemail. Okay? So I'm not looking for anyone to do a deal with, but if you are serious and you are doing deals, then we can do a deal. But me just helping some stranger for free is not bringing me any value. So start thinking in a different way. You got to start thinking in a different way. Stop thinking this poverty stuff where some millionaire is going to come save me. Some super rich person is going to give me a job. Or, some of you will ask, Noelle, will you hire me? And I'm like, well, what's your qualifications? Oh, I have none. I'm unemployed. Well, that's not going to work. Again, what can you bring to the table? Start thinking of that, and you really can find people with money that will do something with you. But if you're bringing nothing to the table and all you have is a smile and some excitement, that's no value. So I love you guys. All right, so this was the Ask Noelle segment. All right, let's get to the next segment. Okay. Okay. All right, so our next segment is breaking news. Okay, so we have some crazy news going on this week. Obviously, today's March 16th. What day is today? I know it's Friday. I lose track of the day. I think today's the 16th or the 17th. The 17th. Okay, see, I never know the days. Today's March 17th, 2023. And in the news this week, we had some amazing things about the number of Californians currently moving to Florida. And Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, has said that it's because all of the people in they're just, all of these people in California are so sick of the politics going on in California that they want to come to Florida because they're tired of all that wokeness. Okay, do you guys see it on the screen there? You see that? Californians. No, silly. They're moving here. When they actually look into the data, first of all, it's not droves and droves of people coming to California. I mean, sorry to burst your bubble, Ron DeSantis. Yes, there has always been more migration to Florida, and the migration to Florida is growing. And I love that. I'm in Florida. I migrated to Florida. I was not born here. I literally came here from Dallas, Texas, as you guys know. And I've been here since 2019. And the reason that I moved here is for the same reason that's listed in this article that was just published this week. Okay, I moved here in August of 2019. And if you look at this article from March of 2023, it's because of affordability. Orlando, Florida is one of the most affordable places in the country, and it has a very high standard of living. Okay, if you look at the highway systems, if you look at the police, how safe, the crime rate. Okay, you know, some of the statistics that people look for moves, Florida has, and we're not even going to go there with the weather. Okay, so just year round, Orlando, Florida, I think the average temperature here is 80 degrees. Okay, today it's March, and there was a blizzard in Connecticut where my parents are, and it was and it was chilly here at 75. You know, it was like 70 degrees. We're like, what's chilly here? Oh, it's chilly. Okay, so that is what you have when it comes to Florida in general. The entire state of Florida has great weather. Now, of course, the more north you are, like Jacksonville or Tallahassee, it's not as warm as South Florida, like Miami. And then Orlando is Central Florida, and it's very warm here all year round. And one of the reasons why I really like the Orlando area is because of there's not very many hurricanes. We're near Disney World. It's near Universal Studios. Like, just the location. Think about this for a second. The reason why I relocated from Texas to California, and there's a large migrations of Texans moving to Florida. First, the big migration, as you may remember, was a lot of Californians were moving to Texas. Now we have a lot of Californians moving to Florida. Okay. One of the reasons, though, that I moved to Florida was because of the real estate investing. So there's so much great tourism in Disney World, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, there's Busch Gardens, you know, there's major sporting like the Orlando Magic, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like just so many great things to do that my rental properties in Florida were performing better than any other state, better than North Carolina, better than Texas, better than Georgia, and especially better than the Northeast, you know, or Northeastern states. I was making so much money on these Florida properties that I relocated here. Okay, so I get why people are leaving California to come to Florida. Think about this. If you're in California, you have $1 million house and you sell it and you make $500,000. I'm just using a round number. You can get 5 properties here in Florida. You live in one, okay? And then you have 4 rental properties. So instead of living in one rinky-dink 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom home in LA, you could have 5 properties here, 4 of which are rental properties. And that's why people are moving here. It's the economics of it. It's that we have so much tourism and so much travel to the area and so much migration of people moving here that the real estate market is so strong. Okay. It is so strong. It is one of the most strongest real estate markets in the nation. And it is much stronger, I'd have to say, than California. Okay. California has very many negative things. And again, take it from someone that owned real estate in California and was going to move to Costa Mesa. I literally had a place in Costa Mesa, which is right outside of Los Angeles. The taxes alone, at the time, I was a working person. I made like maybe $200,000 or $300,000 per year. I was taxed at like 14% on just income tax for California income tax. All right. So that's on top of your federal income tax. So all of the taxes, even if you're a high earner in California, the cost of living is so much higher. And the real estate taxes and the real estate itself is so much harder to be an investor. So it's so much easier to invest in Florida as real estate. Florida has some of the best tourism, but it also has some of the most landlord friendly laws. You know, it is really built for business and it is really built for landlords. Okay. Most of the laws are very favorable to us. Trust me, as someone that has owned rental property in Connecticut and Massachusetts and New York, and kicking people out in the winter, even if they had not paid, is much more difficult than it is here in Florida. People are getting kicked out of their properties. And again, I'm not saying you should be kicking people out. That's not my opinion. I'm just saying, as a real estate investor, you want landlord-friendly laws, okay? So it is not about wokeness. I know Ron DeSantis is talking all about wokeness, and, you know, and I even have a clip right here from Joy Reid, okay? She's on MSNBC, and she put out this thing about talking about Ron DeSantis, okay? So Ron DeSantis is talking about, you know, all of this wokeness and banning drag queen races and what can be in the Florida school system. And a lot of the politics that people like in California, a lot of that progressive and liberal politics, they don't exist here in Florida. But at the same time, they don't affect us that much. You know what I mean? You really don't. So Joy Reid had this, okay? And it's on the screen. You'll see it right here. Where she was talking about how Florida has become a safe haven for bigotry. And I As a person that has now lived in Florida for 4 years and I'm a multimillionaire, super happy about it, I was not loving Joy Reid's opinion or MSNBC's opinion on Ron DeSantis's effect of Floridians. You get what I'm saying? So that is politics. And yes, Ron DeSantis is saying plenty of things that I disagree with. But at the same time, let me be real with you. I love Joy Reid and MSNBC. I don't have anything against them, but I'm going to say something against them right now. She's talking about just politics, bigotry and all of this other stuff. That got nothing to do with making money. Okay. I love her to death, but I doubt she's a multimillionaire. I do. She just doesn't necessarily speak to those things or teach you what that would mean for you. Because to me, that's really just a big distraction. Ron DeSantis is saying, "Oh, I'm banning drag queen shows," and Ron DeSantis is saying, "I'm taking away African American studies from advanced placement courses," and Ron DeSantis is saying, I'm going to appoint people over the Disney board." None of that means anything to me. None of it. As much as they're talking about all of this crap that Ron DeSantis is talking about, what the heck does any of that have to do with making money? What does that have? It hasn't affected the real estate market one bit. It's not affecting businesses here. Quite frankly, some of the things that he has done has positively impacted business. And again, I am not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm telling you this in all sincerity. I couldn't care less about politics. So when they talk about politics, one of the things that this millionaire is explaining to you is listen for the what's in it for me. And when I listen to what Ron DeSantis is saying, I'm listening that, okay, none of this, there's nothing in this for me, nor does this affect me. And then when I listen to my progressive people, you know what I mean? My Joy Reids and my MSNBCs, nothing she's saying is resonating with me. I don't care if Ron DeSantis is making a safe haven for bigotry. I don't even know what that means. Okay. I live here. And if people are being bigots, I don't talk to them. And they surely do not affect the schools that my kids go to. Okay. So that's another thing. Let's be real. You may or may not like this part. You got to focus on you and what's going on in your family and your life. Okay. And the real way to do that is to fix your financial situation. All right. That's step one. Before you start worrying about politics and what's going on there, fix your own house. Get your money in order, because a lot of times when you do that, you couldn't care less about what they're talking about. If I have the money to send my kids to a private school, I don't care if they take away something that I don't like in the public school. And I know that's harsh for people to hear, but at the same time, that's how millionaires think. And we really start to listen to it for what's in it for us and how does this affect us. And quite frankly, all of the crap that Ron DeSantis is talking about doesn't matter. But what does matter to me is Californians with lots of money and high earners are moving to Florida. They're raising up the prices on real estate, but at the same time, they are buying investment properties. I am a real estate broker. I've been working with people in California, athletes, celebrities, and actors, and getting them real estate here in Florida. And for me, this has been a very good thing and a very profitable thing. So start thinking about how you can make money off of what's going on, because that's what I saw. That was the opportunity that I saw with Floridians, with Californians moving to Florida, and to heck about all of that woke stuff. Who cares? All right. Next segment. Oh. Okay. I love it. I love it. All right. So we are going to be with our next segment called Own Your Beauty. Okay. So one of the things that I need to explain to you guys as a millionaire is how important it is for your whole self, okay, to be a millionaire. One of the things that you don't want to do is be an unhappy millionaire, to be a depressed millionaire, or to be, a suicidal one or something like that. Those things are not what you're going for. Having money without having your mind, without having your health, without having your wellness is worthless. So, and it's a lot easier to become a millionaire when you do your inner work. Trust me, that's how I fast tracked myself. So I literally was, have been in mentorship with people, and I was right next to them. And I skyrocketed past them. And they were always like, wow, how did you make so much more money with this? And how did you get so many speaking engagements, Noelle? And how did you get your YouTube channel to grow so fast? And how did you get all of those properties? And how do you get all of these things? Well, let me tell you. Every morning when I wake up, I focus on me. Okay, I've shared with you guys before how important your morning routine is. And I even have an entire video series that you can watch on YouTube where I just talk about that. And I've even made some morning motivational videos that you can wake up and listen to in the morning, just 10 minutes to start your day. Go check those videos out. And I made those videos because that's how I changed. Okay, I know that waking up in the morning and meditating, okay, just taking 5-10 minutes to not speak, to close my mind, to close my mouth, not have any noise going, no music. And I'm not talking about a guided meditation. I'm talking about a meditation where I learn to quiet my mind. And it's going to start with you being able to sit in a room quietly by yourself and not speak, not say anything, sit still and learn to control your mind and control your emotions. And I know you have heard this so many times when people say, well, how do you get rich? And some millionaire or billionaire, like myself, starts talking to you about meditation. And I know, because people have been kind of almost annoyed with me when I start talking about meditation and waking up early in the morning between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. and not sleeping to 8 a.m. in the morning and not, waking up immediately and going making my kids breakfast and waking up immediately and checking my phone and waking up immediately and just as soon as you hit the ground, you're just running. That is not how you start your morning. That is not how you start your day. That's not how you set yourself up for success. So when you wake up in the morning, you should have a routine that includes meditation, that includes positive affirmations, that includes saying positive things to yourself, that includes journaling. Okay. And so these are the things when I talk about owning your beauty, we are all beautiful. Beauty has nothing to do with external appearances. Okay. Nothing. All right. There are people that think I am beautiful, and there's just as many people that think I am ugly. It does not matter what other people think. It's what I think of me. Okay, so know that this is what I think of me. And so you have to start owning your beauty and knowing that you are a well person. You do not have to be sick. You do not have to be depressed. If you have a headache, you gave yourself the headache, you can also be the one that cures your headache. You got to start to realize that you are in control, and meditation is one of those things that helps us to control our body. We can control our emotions. Once you can control your emotions, you'll start to realize how much healthier you are. When you can control your mind, there are mornings when I wake up and I feel like I'm sick, and I will say to myself over and over how well I am. And literally in 15 or 20 minutes, I no longer feel sick. Think about that. So you have to be able to be happy and realize that you should be happy, that you should be well, that you should have bliss and joy in your life. And truly, it's not just about money. These are the things that allows the money to come. So once I started doing my inner work and started saying, okay, I can do these things, that is what opened up and allowed me to be bold. We had a person I said earlier in the show that wanted to ask me about my coaching and if they could pay me after, but didn't have the guts to see me and talk to me on a camera. I can't even touch the person. I can't, even if I was mad, I can't just start hitting her or doing anything, but she was not bold enough. That lets me know that person isn't doing their inner work. You got to be doing your inner work so that when these opportunities come, you are the best version of you. No, you're not anybody else. You're the best version of you, and you can start taking advantage of all of the opportunities that come your way, because we are all blessed and we have so many opportunities that come our way. So I have been doing this thing on my body. Okay. So like I said, it's all of it. It's your mind, your body, and your wealth. Okay. Health, wealth, and wellness. We know that it's the three things. You want your mind to be good, you want your body to be good, you want your bank account to be good. And so as a thing that I've been working on is just my arms. Okay. That's one of the things. I love tattoos. Y'all know I love tattoos and braids. And so one of the reasons that I was happy to leave corporate America is because I would have more time to myself. And so literally I'm able to go to the gym, and 5 days a week now I've been working on my arms. I want Michelle Obama arms. Okay. I want Michelle Obama arms. I like that. She's, a little, you're older. Michelle Obama's what, like 60 years old. You know, I'm not trying to put her out there. I'm 42. She's in her, and look at her body. Look how well she looks and healthy. And so I'm like, look, sis, I got to keep up. I just use that as the inspiration. I'm not trying to be Michelle Obama. I love her to death, but at the same time, I love her arms. And so that's one of the things you see that picture on right here. That is one of the things I've been working on, is just doing my yoga, getting my upper body strength so I can have some nice arms, so I could put a couple more tattoos. I think I want to do a tattoo right here just to fill in, you know, like a little half a sleeve. That's just my own goal. So to you, you may have your own physical goals. I want to make sure that you guys do. And I want to make sure that I am speaking on everything that affects your life so that you are the perfect, happy millionaire that you deserve to be. So, okay, make sure again that you are subscribed to this channel. Make sure you like this video. That really helps me so much when you like the video. If you've found content, make sure you're sharing that with anybody that you need to share it with. Comment below after this live stream is over. Me and my team are literally going to be in the chat box answering questions. Again, you can also get all of my books. If you go to noelleschallenge.com and you get tickets, you will get all 4 of my books for free this week. That is the promotion that we have. And again, tickets are almost sold out. I think one of the levels are already sold out. So then you have Noelle's book offer. If you just want to buy all of my books and start encouraging yourself and learning and taking those steps forward. You don't have to be in my mentorship in order to learn from me. I literally have put my books out here and poured my heart into them. So you have a very low cost way to learn and improve yourself. You have to be reading books. Okay. That is another part of your success. And that is another thing that I did to become successful. I didn't just start writing books. I read a lot of books. In fact, one year I read 52 books. I committed to read 1 book every single week, and I did. Okay, so you can do the same thing. So the challenge, as you can see on the screen, is April 1st and April 2nd. Go to noelleschallenge.com. Again, you get all 4 of my books for free this week when you do it. I want you sharing. Oh gosh, and the last but not least, let you see my little outfit. So this is beautiful. Okay. All right, we got some sponsors from Neiman Marcus. And so we have this here. This is absolutely beautiful. And I'll be promoting and showing you guys more of those type of things. So I have so enjoyed today. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I have some amazing stuff. Make sure again that you are subscribed to the channel. I promise you, we are giving away a car this year. And I know we are giving away at least $100,000. Okay, so subscribe to the channel. We're going to 1 million subscribers, and I cannot wait to see you there. So go to asknoelle.net if you have any questions, and I can't wait to see you here next Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. This is Noelle. To your success.
Noelle, she can fix that. Don't worry, she can fix that. Yeah. Gotta get it together, need to put it together where she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Clear up the clutter.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, inventor of the infomercial and original shark from the hit TV show Shark Tank. I want to tell you about my friend Noelle Randall, and she's having a phenomenal event, the Grow Your Wealth Investor Summit. I can't wait to hear about all your successes because I'm excited to make this video and personally invite you to Noelle's event because I know that it's going to be life-changing. Now, Noelle is one of the smartest, savviest businesswomen out there. She's a true real estate investing expert. Not only is she a highly educated and successful business entrepreneur, she's one of the most caring and patient trainers because she really changes lives. So again, click now to get your tickets and come to the Grow Your Wealth Investor Summit with Noelle Randall. I can't wait to hear about your success.
So I wanted to do this quick video just to share my experience. It has been a really awesome and amazing experience. And I am currently sitting in my first short-term rental. So I'm excited because, of course, I wanted to start real estate years ago. I had always talked about starting and doing real estate or getting involved in real estate, but really didn't know where to start, how to do it, what area of real estate investing that I wanted to, I guess, dive into. But after joining Noelle Randall's coaching program, I was able to really learn a lot. And so it has been a really, really transformational experience.
Why some people are the haves and others are the have-nots. Have you ever wondered why some people have tons of money and barely seem to be putting in any effort, while other people are working really hard and seem to do everything that they're supposed to be doing, but they are not making a lot of money? Well, there is definitely a simple reason on how and why this is. And it really comes down to one word, and that word is leverage. I'm going to spell this out for you guys because this is so important, and I don't think most people even know what this means and how to use it to get rich. But that's what we're going to be talking about. Leverage is being able to take one thing that you do and create multiple streams of income with it. Leverage is being able to leverage something and make it make profits. For example, I'm able to leverage properties and cars and make a lot of money with them. I'm able to leverage my knowledge of real estate and not only do real estate and have rental properties, I'm also able to teach real estate, write books, do a podcast, and all of these other things. And in one weekend, I want you to join me in the Launch and Fund Your Business Challenge. Yes, in one weekend, just a Saturday and a Sunday, I'm going to teach you exactly how to use leverage to launch and get business funding for your business.